Hello, ladies and gentlemen of the internet and of YouTube. Welcome back to Final Fantasy Chronicles of Eno. I am your host and game master, Skajarmas, otherwise known as Toneshift, as always. And with me today, we have our full cast of players. We have Hades Shadow 92 playing Thanatos, our male human Dark Knight.
We're gonna get eaten.
Maybe. We have Luminous Starlight playing Rocket, our female cyborg chocobo warrior.
Eh.
Still sleepy, I see. We have Darkness playing Alistair, our male human paladin.
Greetings and salutations. One isn't technical issues such a bitch.
Yeah, we're starting a little late today, and as a fair warning, Darkness might be having some connection issues today, so just be aware of that. And last, but certainly not least, we have Tom117Z playing Neothil, our female Elvon Ranger.
Hades. One moment you're like, no one's going to die, and then we start and you're like, we're going to get eaten.
Well, considering my last two experiences with the goddess Leviathan, I don't have high hopes for this one.
Doesn't change the fact that you changed your tune within 10 seconds.
And this is why I really like you people. Now, this announcement is going to be literally irrelevant, but I still feel compelled to say it. At the time of recording, which is November the 29th of 2020, this is going to be our last session for the year of 2020. Now, this is obviously not going to matter at all for YouTube because...
episode 95, we're on, like, episode 125.
Yeah, because Tom likes to split our sessions up into multiple episodes, which, I can't fault him for. It gives him a very big buffer, but it also means
3 hours.
that...
I don't want my internet to implode trying to upload that whole thing.
Right. But it also means that, there's the obvious downside of any announcements I make will cease to matter when the episodes come out.
Oh yeah, like the most recent episode is going to come out end of February, I think.
Right.
Or early March, one of the two.
Yeah. But at any rate. So, where we last left off, where we last left off, our intrepid band of adventurers wrapped up their business with their friends and old allies in the city of Marasu before being guided by Tamuman to enter the sunken temple in the hopes of finding the water crystal of darkness belonging to Leviathan, to pass along to her word of Tiamat's fate. Tiamat being the daughter of Bahamut, who himself is the god of dragons.
Let's hope the crystal doesn't have connection issues.
That would be less than ideal, and it would make literally no sense.
Well, I mean, it's the crystal of darkness.
Get out.
No.
Alright, bye, Nee.
But as it is, after working their way through the caverns that served as the antechamber, the preemptive trial by fire of sorts to enter the sunken temple and solving a puzzle wherein they had to consume the salty water at the base of several enchanted pillars to earn their approval and
Toss felt no different.
consent. The party was then able to step into a whirlpool and be sucked down and down into the depths of the sea, where they then awoke inside of a dark and dank cavern.
And Mika loved the ride.
And Mika hated it. And as they went to proceed, Nee placed her hand upon the wall, and it shifted and churned, and a being emerged, dark and foreboding, straight out of the wall, a demon wall, as its name is. And it roared at the party, this horrible, growling, stony sound. And that is where we pick up now, with us entering into combat.
Rocket, we could use a scan.
All right.
There, the button worked.
E.
Didn't work for a second there. I was like, shit.
That'll be unfortunate.
Okay, scan. I don't need to roll anything for that.
No, you do not. Give me just a second, and I will go and double check what all scan will tell you.
MP and HP and weaknesses.
Let's see.
Never use weaknesses. I want to elemental the fuck out of my
Let's
arrows.
see here. Scan. As a standard action, Rocket may analyze any single enemy and immediately learn its maximum HP, MP, status immunities, and elemental reactions. Does not work on bosses or end bosses. This is a notorious enemy, so you learn that its max HP is 880, its max MP is 160, it is immune to fear, poison, zombie, transform, death, and charm. It takes half damage from water and stone and double damage from thunder.
Haha! Here we go. Then.
Thunder, you say?
Indeed.
In that case, Phil is using elemental arrow and preparing
Okay.
thunder, lightning. Very, very frightening.
Any reaction to Shadow or Holy?
None.
I also know that if I get in close, I can do like 4 times the damage because my dagger is lightning.
Yeah.
Aye. It does.
Go forth, Nee. Bring the thunder.
Oh, I intend to. Tricks, Nick.
You know, it
Just be
occurs to me, this
careful.
is
I
the
think it
first
might get a
time.
little handsy.
It occurs to me, this is the first time we've had a piece of music from World of Final Fantasy playing in this
Yeah.
campaign.
In that case, so I've used my normal action, well, my bow action to prepare an arrow. I'm moving medium range and using my second hand, a dual wielding dagger. Haha.
Alrighty. Make an attack roll.
Got it. Oh, it's a wall. How do you miss a wall?
Oh, never underestimate the dice.
Critical fail.
Critical ball.
12?
12? Yeah, that'll hit.
Yeah.
Alright, so then it's
What is that?
It is a D4.
I don't like a D4. D4 is scary. Alright, so
Then a strike back.
Is that counterattack?
so 16 times 3. So
Could be.
16 times 3. So dash roll 2d6 plus 48.
Alright.
55 double, so 110.
Alright.
That seems very overpowered.
Hey, this is why you push me to get elemental arrow.
And I guess
Alright.
it's got 25 armor.
Yep. So it takes 85 points of damage. Nee, you come charging in with your lightning dagger in hand. After charging up one of your arrows, you duck in under one of its claws as it reaches out for you. And sort of stab it in the bottom of its wrist. There are some chips of stone and clay and sediment that go flying before you pull back, and some sand spurts out of the wound like blood almost.
Alistair, given my proximity in this fight, because I normally play long range, don't I? But I'm going to go on a close range this fight so I can do double or 4 times the amount of damage. Can I have some preventative spells or abilities on me, please?
Nope. Don't worry, I got you covered.
Thank you very much. So I'm a ranged DPS doing this at close range, so...
Alistair,
I let
the
second
meat
lower
shield
health.
has you covered.
Yeah. Thanatos,
See.
do you mind doing a lightning spell?
I am debating on something. Okay.
Same. Because not
Alright.
only am I doing cover, I'm thinking of trying something different.
Oh?
While he's doing
Yeah,
that,
just
Rocket
trying to
maybe
find you.
move
Yeah,
slightly
do that one,
closer
try
as
it.
well. So you can get kicking range next round.
Hold up.
Okay. Hold
Yeah.
on. I'm holding my microphone up. Am I doing it right?
I actually don't see anything going on.
Oh,
I just see a black screen.
Oh, it's
bottom
the
left.
bottom left side.
It's on the bottom left.
It's a big map.
I see white.
You see white?
Oh, there we go.
There we go.
Eh.
Don't go into the light.
Do not. We were just talking about character deaths a minute ago.
Rocket, do not die. We need the burb. The burb is the mascot, and the burb is amazing.
Yes.
Herb.
Mm-hmm.
The icons are in the way.
They are?
Yeah, the player icons are in the way.
Oh, I mean, I tend to shrink my player icons to just names.
Yeah, I don't know how to do that.
Yeah, you see the gear icon over the text window?
Yeah.
If you click that and then scroll down, you should find player avatar size. If you set that to names only, it should fix that issue.
It's the very bottom of settings.
Yeah.
Okay.
And you can also just, zoom in, too.
I did.
Ah.
Zoom.
Alright.
Does that solve the issue?
Eh.
All right, Alistair, what was it you were doing?
I'm trying to look at the ability whenever Alisai takes damage. Gains
Oh,
some
that-
benefit from it.
I think that's one of his new. I think that's one
Yeah.
of his new spells.
Also, Lumina, just as a heads
Yep.
up, your character sheet is actually present in Roll20 right now. So I'll just go ahead and hit show to everyone for that.
So what was it called? Adesanya?
Ooh.
What was the
Nice.
ability called, Alistair?
That's what I'm trying to work out.
You should
What
have
does the character sheet say?
Sick.
You should have the
Some
shit written
load issue.
down.
Yeah, but my PC, my Wi-Fi, everything's going slow today. Which is not helping in the slightest. Would happen when there's a great big frickin' boss fight happening. Well, mini
Yep.
boss,
This
whatever
is-
you call it.
This is great. This is swell.
We are so sorry for the technical issues.
Well, while he's doing that, I guess I'll.
I did say go ahead, do what you want to do, but I basically figure out.
I guess I'll just throw lightning at it. I guess.
Okie dokes.
Yes.
Crap,
I'm out of
open,
safe.
Open
You can't-
office has crashed. So, I got another idea. Is it alright if I could just send someone the sheet so they just look at my thing? Because my freaking office thing's crashing.
About to say, go ahead and just send it to Tom.
I mean, Brian has it, doesn't he?
I
Fine.
guess. Not the slightly
Uh.
older version.
Yeah.
I mean, I think this is one that he got before the last level up because he tried to use it against.
What?
Well, fuck, his name is escaping me.
Is
Brian.
his ability one that just happens if you take damage?
yes.
Yeah, I think what he's talking about is resonance. It's a spell that, yeah, every time he
I believe it costs 50, the caster, isn't it?
No, 25.
I mean, if you're gonna do that, I would cover one of us like first, and then cast resonance afterwards, so you have more chance of getting hit anyway.
Okay.
So yeah, resonance, 25 MP. Every time he gets hit with a physical attack, the attacker suffers rest times 2 points of magic armor damage, and the character regains mine times 2 points of health as regeneration.
That sound right?
Mm-hmm. That's
Yeah,
the
that's
one.
it.
So
So,
if he plays cover on me this round and casts that next round, then
Yeah,
I
do
mean,
that.
I mean, he can do both because
But I could do both.
oh
Because
yeah,
think about it, remember? That's why I was going to do both.
Okay.
Good point.
Okay, so
Alright.
subtract
Either
25
you or
MP.
Paladin.
I can do that at least.
So Alistair
Good
is
move.
using cover on knee and casting resonance.
Yes.
Indeed, we know.
Okay.
this, and I threw a lightning
That'd be
spell.
down 95. Wait, hang on a minute. Thank you. Let me select. That's a thing I can do.
So 114 magic damage to thing.
To the wall, yes.
Is that doubled? Wait, yep. Okay.
Well, it's lightning,
It's
yeah.
lightning.
114, you said?
Yeah.
Yep.
That comes down to 104. So, Thanatos, after watching me stab it and Alice are casting this weird spell you haven't seen him cast before that causes his entire body to start glowing brightly and letting out this low sort of noise
I mean,
like a wine glass.
He did it against Gabrant.
I don't think
He just never got hit by
No,
Gabrant.
actually, no, it didn't.
Yeah,
He didn't?
I'm pretty sure he
No, I
just
didn't
got this
cast it.
one.
Yeah, I didn't cast it yet.
Yeah.
I was thinking of, but we were basically having it onto Gabrant. I think we would have been fine.
Right, but
Right.
either, regardless of all that, you see his body like starting to glow and letting out this tone as if like someone gently struck the side of a wine glass with a fork. That sort of resonating note, but it persists. And as these things are happening, you look at the face of the demon wall as it's rearing back, gnarled teeth spreading wide open in an attempt to bite at knee. You point out your hand and massive bolt of lightning flies out and strikes it, causing its head to lurch off to the side. All right. And then I'll move
And
Mika.
Last is the Mika.
Yep, I'll move Mika up here. And I will have her cast Blizzara on it.
Did it have any reaction to ice?
It does not. But that's just like one of her highest damage spells. That also doesn't consume a radial crap ton of MP.
No, it does not.
She can cast that multiple times.
Mika put that new tier 4 armor to use. Same rocket.
All right. All right, so 72 damage to the demon wall. Following up from Thanatos' Thunderbolt, she lifts up her book and a big blade of ice flies out of the pages and crashes into the demon wall's front.
Also,
Let's
we
up
should
this-
be able to see the HP of this thing.
Can you not?
I mean, if it's on the top of it,
Because the fog of war is covering it.
No, it's on the bottom. I think the problem is that there's been there we go.
The top half of the token is covered by the fog of war on our screen.
Yeah, but
Yeah.
panning at the bottom, but I can't
Okay,
see
now
it
can
at
you
the
see the
bottom.
bars?
Nope.
I'll send a quick screenshot to show you what we're seeing.
Well, I mean, at this point, there's really nothing I can do about that, unfortunately.
That's what we're seeing.
that's bullshit.
I literally can do nothing about it, unfortunately.
Is
Okay.
it a screenshot to show us?
Some of the
Have it
user,
move
some of the user interface for Roll20 has changed, so I can't actually show you his HP values. I can tell you what it's at though. He's at
I mean,
600.
it'll show if he moves, but
Yeah, he's at 619 out of 880, and it's his turn. So,
oh no.
being quite perturbed at the people harming him, he is going to go ahead and use Pulverize.
And what does that do?
You watch as the demon wall's arms push further out with the grinding of stone before rotating outwards and grabbing onto the walls behind it. The whole thing gurgles and rumbles with the shifting and grinding of stone. Its mouth opens wide and its eyes flash red before it suddenly lurches forward, pushing out of the wall and attacking everyone in front of it as it goes to merge with the wall on the opposite side.
Everyone except Thanatos.
Thanatos is out of the way.
And Alistair takes double damage.
Oh, yeah, he does. Well, we gotta see if it hits first. So who all does a 12 hit?
I'm
Everyone.
pretty sure it's everyone.
Then I got Revenant on me as well.
I mean, that counts as a physical attack, right?
Yeah.
So yeah, resonance will kick in twice.
Yep.
Wands.
On.
Well, I guess yeah, cover doesn't mean that he's. I mean, with cover.
Cover just means he takes the hit bent for knee.
Okay, so it.
Oh, yeah, so it will go off twice. Right, okay.
So yeah,
Mhm.
Well, anyway, it's
He
time to do
takes-
damage.
but I don't get hit.
All right. So, 60 points of damage before mitigation applied to everyone he hits.
So my armor is 15.
Ah, no, I don't want to
My-
resize Alistair.
Hmm?
Okay, so
What?
so 45, and then Alistair, what's your armor?
26.
All right. So Alistair takes 79 points of damage.
Now, for resonance, every time he gets hit, that's 2 times his res as damage to the attacker.
Right, and we'll get to that in just a second.
Okay.
So next we got to do Rocket. Rocket, what's your armor?
He's in a world of hurt.
Rocket, your armor.
25 each.
Okay.
See a 4.
So 35. Mika's is 25 as well, so she takes the same amount of damage. And the demon wall lurches around and merges with the wall back here. And that is its turn.
I'm feeling. Alright, so maybe we should spread out a bit, I feel, because it's going to kind of go from wall to wall.
And are we still going to do the resonance?
Oh yeah,
thing
let's
or
do the
not?
resonance stuff.
So that should be 2
Wait,
times.
My
Alistair's
res is 8. So,
Well, that's not a whole lot of damage.
well, did you say double res?
Yeah.
It's double your res, so that's 16
And it
points of
had a
damage.
doing this
16,
twice
and
as
then there's
well.
another 16. So,
Yeah. It's 4 times res.
No, it's
Here's the thing.
Actually, hold on.
A value is
Hang on,
increased by
wait.
1 step
All
for each
time or 2
attack.
times?
So first it would be 2 times res, and then it would be 3 times res.
Oh my goodness.
So that's 40 points of damage.
So it's 6 times res and all because we're doing this twice.
Also,
More or less, yeah.
he regains health 2 times
Yes.
his mind, and then 3 times his mind. So, what's your
I'm pretty much
mind?
back at full health.
What's your mind?
Give me a moment. It's 13 plus 2, so
15.
15.
15 times 2, 30. 15 times 3, 45. 75 points of points back to Alistair. So yeah, that's basically heals all of the damage he just took.
Nice.
Thank you, Beastie, for the boost. Let me thank you with damage.
All
It
right.
doesn't do a whole lot of damage, but it does heal him. So that's actually pretty useful.
It is. All right.
You spell
Yeah.
cast planet on this thing.
All right. Give that back. Back to the party's turn.
I have that back, thank you.
Alright, so I'm going to. Well, I can move in closer again and attack it twice. So
Yeah,
first
you're-
with my
Your arrow's ready, so yeah.
First with my arrow. 12.
Yep, that'll hit.
Roll 2d6 plus 54.
What is that D4?
Probably a counter attack thing, but bear in mind, I'm doing arrows. This is ranged attack, what I'm doing right now.
Right, I'm rolling that in the event that your melee attack hits.
No, fair enough. Alright, so. Yeah, so 59, double.
Well, actually, no, that's it. You have to double that 59 because it's a lightning arrow.
All right, I forgot about that.
I just said that. Yeah. Then physical attack. 13. That also hits. So then dash roll 2d6 plus 4. 8. Double. Minus.
I think it's official. I'm gonna level up my res again.
All right.
If we get that far.
And then another 81 points of damage from the dagger. All right, so, Nee, as you sort of charge across the room, you you fire off a shot from the crossbow, and then anyone who's looking notices that one of Nee's eyes turns green as she begins her second attack simultaneously. Sort of comes in and sort of slashes at the front of the nose of the demon wall and gets it across the face, and there are sparks of electricity as the bolt and arrow strike it. And it is unpleased with you, and it is going to counterattack.
Fortunately, cover. Alistair.
That's 11 to hit. Does that hit your knee?
Hits.
I mean, that hits. That's by 1, so yes.
All right. What is? All right.
Just
It's
hit.
still the damage knee would take. So,
15.
all right. So 42 points of damage to Alistair.
Don't worry,
And-
I get
and-
that
and
back.
then Resonance activates.
So this time 4 times his res.
Yeah,
All right. What's your res again?
8. So it's 4 8s in a...
I feel like, Alistair, we're making a good tag team here.
Indeed. So that'd be 32.
Good mix.
All right, 22 points of damage to the thing, and your healing is your mind times 4. Your mind is what again?
My mind is 15.
So you regain 60 points of health.
So, you get no damage to them, so you max.
So,
Just shy of it.
by the way, as a rule, for the damage steps cannot exceed his current level.
Right. Okay. So that was the knees go. Alistair, you just came in and took the hit meant for knee, and you're feeling great. What are you doing?
So,
I
I think
have
we're
a-
taking notes from Athena.
Maybe.
He kind of is, yeah.
I love the pain.
Let's just say I feel thrilled right now and full of power ready to spare.
Let's just say.
Let's just
all right.
say, go hit it. Don't know what else to say on that.
Aha! So then, let's see what we got here.
Let's just see.
Actually, before I do anything, I'll probably wait till everyone else has a go first and see how it goes.
All right. Thanatos then.
Because I'm either going to heal or hit the creature.
Very well then. More lightning then. Boom.
It's 108 points of damage to the demon wall. As you come in with once again, you lift up your hand. It's like, ah, fuck this, and you blast it as its face is coming back out, and you watch it carve Alistair and thunderbolt to the side of the head. Very displeased. Rocket, your go. What you doing?
God damn it. Okay. Let's see. I can get close enough to attack, I guess.
Okay.
Unleash your fury.
Okay, gotta roll accuracy.
Ah, that was the wrong button. Oh, well.
What enemy type is he?
This thing?
Yeah.
Give me a moment. I don't actually have it written down in the stamp log it has right here because I
He
omitted
is a
part of the
rock
stamp
type
log.
Come on.
I'm pretty
mean,
sure
what
he
count-
counts as an arc as a construct, but let me double check.
Construct, you say?
Yeah. Let me see.
As we recall, Rocket's claws do double to construct.
Let me see here.
Rocket's lucky day.
Yeah, it's a construct.
So yeah, Rocket does double.
All right, 16 to hit. Yeah, that hits. Damage.
Okay.
And I need
Prepare
to
for
see if I
trouble
counterattack
and make
you.
it double.
God, I always forget how ridiculous Rocket's accuracy is.
Even when she gets nerfed, her accuracy remains ridiculous.
Y'all. She always hits.
Smashy smashy.
Cheapashy.
All right,
So that's 70 points of damage.
70 minus 25.
I feel like we're all spec'd very well to deal with this thing.
Well, it's a notorious enemy. It's not meant to be super hard. So it takes 45
Even
points
then,
of
like-
damage.
We're all doing doubles.
Because two
Very
of us have light.
effective.
Because two of us have lightning, and Rocket just happens to be really good against constructs, which is normally supposed to be against robots. But I
And
guess
Alistair is just dishing back all the damage he's taking back to it. Same with damage he's taking.
Yep.
All right, Mika's casting Blizzara again.
Zara.
This construct really thinks it has a chance and a future? No. It has no future.
All right. Now. Next. Alistair, your go.
Okay then. So what
What's this
condition
thing's
is
health
it in?
look like?
It's at about 361 hit points.
Okay, so still
Like
alive.
it.
You just want me to hit it?
I mean,
I mean, does it have any resistance to wind?
It has no elemental reactions to wind.
Well, you can use Aurora.
Mm.
you can either hit it or heal
Sure.
Mika, but I say hit it would be probably more valuable because we're not exactly hurting.
Alright then. Might as well. Moment. And let's see. Yep. And whoa.
Melee
Okay,
attack.
that's a hit. Yep.
All right, roll damage. And he does not counterattack.
On
Unfortunate
our
beast.
side? What is this blasphemy?
What is this blasphemy?
What's wrong, creature? Afraid to die?
It's kind of
How
distracted because
unfortunate.
it's being attacked on like 5 fronts. So
I'm not even sure if it's
Lightning, chocobos, claws hurt more than they should.
alive.
Mm-hmm. And now, it's being struck by a staff. And that's one.
No,
What the fuck?
what the hell are you doing?
darkness, you broke roll 20. Congratulations.
It's
the fuck?
2d6, not 2/d6, and then plus 26, not equals. There's your
So
damage. 31.
31 damage, which it's nerfed down to 6 because it's got armor.
The first time I've seen anyone break the chat.
I've seen it
Null
before.
successes.
Well, I mean, null successes. Null successes simply means he didn't get any successes. Equals is like setting your difficulty target. All right. So, I do believe that's everyone, yes?
Yeah.
All right, back to the enemies. It's getting real sick of your shit, Alistair. So it's going to cast Petrifying Touch on you.
Oh no.
That's gonna be
Well, shit.
it's gonna be a.
It's a 13 to hit.
Oh yeah, that is.
That hits.
What does he need to roll to try and resist?
It'll be an opposed force check. Also, you take 32 points of damage, but of course, resonance makes that completely and utterly meaningless. So it's like, what? Res times 5 for damage now?
Yeah.
Okay. What's your res is 8?
Res is 8, so that's 40 damage.
40 damage to 30.
And mind is 13, right?
First person's last.
So essentially, Alistair just jumped straight back up to max HP
I mean-
anyway.
Well, yeah, so res lasts until the end of combat.
Right.
Sorry
Now-
for that, I'm back. So,
All right. So now.
finesse, did you say?
Yes.
Well, wish me luck.
So how does one get around resonance if it lasts the end of combat?
10.
Don't hit him with a
All
physical
right.
attack.
You
Wait a
rolled.
minute.
You rolled 10. It rolled a 15. You fail.
Yeah.
So
Mm-hmm.
the rest of you
And
watch
now
as the
Alistair's been stoned.
Yep. You watch as the demon wall turns to glare down at Alistair and lets out that growling, stone grindy noise, lifts up one of its claws and sort of punches him on top of the head, and its eyes turn dark for a second, and Alistair, you're dazed from the blow, even though you're physically fine because of resonance. You back up a couple steps and then look down at yourself and like, huh? As you realize your flesh is rapidly turning into stone, and you just have time to look up at it and you see its lips curling up before you are completely petrified for 4
I'm
rounds.
pretty sure Mika has a
Good thing
supply.
we have needles.
Yeah.
Yeah, we got plenty of needles from the cactar. We should be fine.
Yeah, if I
Yeah,
recall.
it's not good to get stoned in like a D&D.
I knew that joke was coming.
You know, I've
I
never
knew you
played a
couldn't-
session of high D&D. I kind of want to now. Just like
I
marijuana
just think last time it
D&D.
was knee. Now it's Alistair's turn to be stoned.
Oh, God.
I pass on the marijuana and bring the alcohol instead.
Okay. Well, anyway, so that's the Demon Wall's turn. So.
Well, I'm going to just do another double tap on it because
All right.
I do that.
Yep.
I'm fully committing to my DPS role here.
I would like to say that knee is slightly OP with the dual wielding.
9.
9. That does not hit
Ooh.
Why is there 2 Ds?
because she's attacking twice.
Fuck! I got
So you don't hit.
Oh.
So you don't hit either time, and because of that natural failure on that second one, I'm gonna let both counterattacks go through as your complication.
I mean, only one will go through because one of them wasn't.
You are in
damage.
melee range for both attacks. Both will go through. If
Alright.
you are close enough for him to reach you when you make a melee attack, counterattack will take effect. So yes,
Can you quickly do a golden needle?
yeah. So he's gonna.
Well, Alistair's stone, so I don't think cover will work.
Oh, that's all. Asking me to do a golden needle.
Well, you've already attacked, so sorry.
All right. So 2 11s. Do they hit?
Both just.
All right. And your armor is 15.
Yep.
So 44 and 39 points of damage to Neophil.
Hades, can I just say you absolutely jinxed me there?
I mean,
So here's what happens. Dee lifts up her crossbow to try and shoot it point blank in the face, but it uses its long dagger-like chin to bat the bolt aside, and in doing so then rakes some of its claws across Nee's back. She uses the momentum to turn around and then lunge for it to try and stab it in the face, but it just lifts its head up again with its dagger-like chin and sort of clocks her in the chest, knocking her high up into the air, and she lands over here, very much hurt, and that was not her most graceful moment.
I was also wasting my second lightning arrow.
Yeah. All right.
give that one an 8, man.
I mean, this is your fault. You said, "Oh, you're so bloody OP," and then and the dice betrayed me. Damn you!
I give that an 8.
That was beautiful. All right.
Fuck.
Rocket, what are you doing?
I guess I'll attack again.
All right.
Kick it.
Yep.
That was beautiful.
Fucking snake eyes.
Yep. They will not be counterattacking you. 18 fucking hits.
Rocket cannot miss.
She cannot miss except on a critical fail at this guy. His avoidance is 12. Wait, no, his avoidance is 10.
Oh yeah, because of course none of us will get a critical fail trying to hit this guy.
Yeah. Yeah, her avoidance.
Ah.
Yeah, this guy's avoidance is 10. All right, so 2d6 plus 30. All right, and then
37, that's double to 74 minus.
he takes 51 points of damage. He is
There you
down to 304. Thanatos, what you doing?
Well, I need to do the calculations here a second. It's not worth it. Just more lightning, because lightning is wonderful. It's a shame I never got Thunder. But,
Oh, you didn't? That's what I thought you've been casting this whole time.
no, that's just been regular Thunder.
Oh. Huh. Okay.
I went and got the level 2 stone spell and not lightning because I figured Knee would have lightning covered the whole campaign. Oh. Okay.
I mean, I
I
do.
forgot to
If I
slide.
hit him, he drinks me.
I'm not the only one.
Alright, 55
At least I only forgot one. It's 110.
So just 100 damage as as you launch another thunder spell at it.
Skadoosh.
All right, Mika is going to run up and spend her turn expending a gold feather to cure Alistair of petrification.
Needle.
So Yep, so she runs up, grabs a golden needle out of her pack, and then more or less just stabs it into Alistair's neck. And a second later, the stone prison that encased him just...
I like to think that the moment he was out of the stone, he instantly goes to try and cover, and he's like, oh, it's already over. Right.
Now's
Alright.
not the time to lay down. Now's the time to fucking fight.
To be fair, you weren't laid down, you were kind of, meh, upright. So,
I was talking to you, but yeah.
All right.
I'm not laid down, I'm just fucked off.
I'm not laid down, I'm just fucked off. All right, what are you doing, Alistair?
Heal.
Cure on
Heal
me.
who?
All right.
Nah.
Remember to sacrifice. Remember to subtract your MP for that.
Mm-hmm.
I believe that's everyone. So it's
Aye.
so it is back to the demon wall.
This cunt. He
Yeah,
on my
how's he
shit.
looking? How's he looking now?
He is at 204 hit points.
One more round. Do it.
Being rather perturbed by the fact that Alistair is still alive,
Gonna come after me.
it is going to come after you again.
Petrifying touch
To be
again.
fair,
Yep.
I did fuck it up.
Yeah, it is trying petrifying touch again. So 12 to hit.
Yeah, it's what an
We're
unfortunate
not
fate.
going to bother with damage. You get it all back.
Yep. Now it's just a matter of fact if I could avoid this ability.
But it does damage him, so that's 6 times his res.
So this guy takes the
Yeah, remember, it does
48.
still damage him.
Yeah, 48.
Beginning of next turn, I'm going to do elemental arrow and throw stone, so I stun him for another turn, and I can also replenish my arrow.
All
I
right.
am really getting sick to death of getting stoned.
All right. Now.
Don't
Let's
worry,
kill this fucker.
All right.
Wait.
Sure.
So your force was 11.
Yep.
Let's see what he gets. 14.
Told ya.
Yeah, you're petrified again. He looks at you, looks
I
at
don't know what you're
Mika.
laughing at. We run out of needles at this rate.
He looks at you, looks at Mika, looks at you again, and just like punches you again, and you are petrified again. And internally, you're like, God damn it!
This
That
is no
is
time
done.
to be stoned, Alistair.
Back to the party.
I kick you in your stones in a minute.
I'll be like, oh, for fuck's sake, and it's kind of just going to pick up a discarded piece of itself that kind of sheared off during his attack, and he's going to throw stone and stun him.
Okay, roll your d6.
Dash roll 1d6.
6 points of damage.
Nice.
Bring him down to
And
160.
stone.
You throw the rock
Yeah.
and you hit it in the side of the head, and it then turns its head to look at you. Just
So it's stunned for the next turn, but then if I recall, it does like double.
it will focus on you next turn.
Yeah, it will focus on me. But it's stunned for next turn, and I'm going to use my other action to elemental arrow lightning.
All right,
And make more lightning arrows.
Yep.
all right. Thanatos, what you doing?
Doing what I do best. Pretend to be Thor.
Pretend to be Thor.
I am Thor, son of Odin, Prince of Asgard, rightful ruler of... I'm running out of things to say, can you hurry up already?
All right, so that is 100 points of damage straight. He is down to 60 as this lightning bolt hits him. He rears back a bit, and you see that there are like cracks starting to appear in his framework. Very deep cracks, and he's starting to crumble. And I think I'm going to have Mika expend another 20 MP for the use of another Blizzara.
So I'm pretty much staying a stone as well.
We'll get to you after we get the thing that keeps stoning you.
Speaking of which, Mika, looking at the thing being as broken as it is, lifts up her book, summons up another blade of ice, and directs it to fly into its open mouth. You watch as the ice shard flies in and embeds itself deep inside, and the demon wall freezes for a second, and then, like a tree that overfroze in the Arctic and shattered from its own shifting density, the demon wall explodes and is no more.
The
Good
last
job,
thing
Mr.
was.
Gorbachev. You know what I'm referring to, right?
I didn't even hear you, unfortunately.
I said good job, Mr. Gorbachev.
Unfortunately, I do not know what
You
you
know what
are
I was
referring
referring to, right?
to. Unfortunately, I
Yeah.
do not. But anyways, Communal Guild jumps by 2,000 for that.
Also, it's a reference to the fall of the Berlin Wall.
Yeah.
Well,
Like, that's part of history. Mr. Gorbachev tear down that wall.
All right.
well, we are getting.
Can someone tear down my prison?
Yeah, a couple
Yes,
moments
bring the
pass.
sledgehammer.
Yeah, a couple moments pass, and eventually the stone peels off of you, Alistair, naturally this time, and you're back to yourself.
Well,
Alistair, you rock.
Okay. All right. So, in the aftermath of the fight, as you're sort of standing around to catch your breath for a minute, on the north side of the room, where the demon wall had originally emerged, you hear a sound. The grinding of stone again. And you turn and look, and you see that the wall is sort of curling up, almost like a piece of paper being rolled into a scroll up into the roof, revealing a short, narrow passage, on the other side of which you can see light, blue, shifting, oceanic light, and the beginnings of what you assume is a coral reef. What is so funny? What did I miss?
well, if that was the bouncer, I can't wait to see the club.
All right. So, you all move forward into the passage then?
Suppose so.
All right.
So what do we see directly ahead? Before we go any further, what do we see directly ahead?
Well, stepping directly ahead, you see that the passage is short, and it opens out to reveal to you the whole of the ocean. For a second, you panic, wondering why the waters aren't flooding in to drown you yet. But then you notice, at the base of this winding path of coral, there is a tube, essentially, of water. A tube that keeps the water out. A glowing, round barrier, shimmering softly like the surface of the ocean itself, with the sunlight peeking through it, providing protection.
Wow, that is simultaneously beautiful and horrifying.
And looking up beyond it, you can see the ocean stretching on for miles and miles, the ocean floor, coral reefs, schools of fish, multiple sharks. You can see multiple sharks hanging around.
Oh, it's
Do we
pretty
see
good.
any crabs?
Crabs?
Like singing crabs.
You don't see any singing crabs, no. That's a very
Ah,
odd.
damn it.
No mermaid.
Under the sea.
Under the sea.
Under the sea. God, I should have
We are
known.
under the sea.
I should have known. Why did I not?
Sounds like a hero.
Because she always catches you when you least expect it.
Yeah, she does.
Mm.
But yeah. So you see this winding path of coral, creating this natural walkway surrounded by this barrier. It looks thin, and you can see sharks swimming around outside, and some of them have their eyes on you.
Shark has an enemy icon.
Yep, you see some opportunistic sharks swimming around, watching you.
They as a
Observing.
group, they're more likely
Yeah.
to try and go for individual targets. They clump together.
Indeed. Although it does seem to go on for quite a distance.
Well, at least we know that if Leviathan didn't want us to be here, she could drown us in an instant.
Yeah.
Indeed.
So, Mika, you a fan of fish?
Only on a platter.
Let's not
Well,
be the
best-
platter. Group up.
Yes, let's not say that in front of all these sharks that's swimming around.
Let's continue
I've heard shark fin
traversing.
soup is great.
Let's continue
Stay
traversing
back.
as like
Stay
this next
together and
chamber.
stay behind.
as like a clumped group.
Yep. So stay behind me and
Don't fuse
Stay
with
together.
Mika. So,
Anybody up for a game of Truth or Dare?
And what would you dare to go out into the water?
I said Truth or Dare.
Oh, tooth. Okay, I missed it, and now I. God damn it. Tooth or dare.
Wow.
I think I'll pick dare.
You're skinny dipping. Goodness.
anyways, you notice that the path ahead, this natural walkway, does actually split in two separate directions, and they lead down and seem to enter into these large, dome-shaped formations of brain coral that you can see little hollows have been dug into them, and you get the impression that they are probably interior spaces that you can enter and explore.
I think we should try the one closest to us first.
What does the stealth check work kick considering the walls are see-through?
A stealth check would absolutely not work here. You are already spotted, and the sharks are eyeing you very hungrily.
I figured. It was worth an ask.
And in fact,
I guess
as,
you want to be served up like fried sushi.
and in
Stay
fact,
back.
as you're passing by
just-
this one, it's going to attempt to push through the barrier to bite at Alistair.
And it's going to be fried sushi. Wonderful. I was getting hungry.
I mean, how? What does it have to roll to bite him, or what?
It's going to make a single attack roll, and then you'll see what happens after that. So 18 to hit.
Yep, that hits.
13 accuracy.
It's in its natural habitat of water.
I thought Rocket's accuracy was OB.
Sharks, sufficient attackers and hunters.
All right, so
Fortunately,
29
resonance
damage
is
to
worn off.
Alistair as it comes in and manages to get a bite on you. Your armor sort of absorbs the brunt of it, and you then shove the shark, and it sort of flops back here and lands and is now
mate.
flopping uselessly on the coral reef.
Oh, poor little fishy. Let me
It
put you out
just-
of your misery.
Hit you.
Yeah, and I punched him when it snows. One of his weaknesses. And now I'm probably going to finish it.
Finish it.
Mm-hmm. So let's see.
Rocket, could
And
you
that-
do a quick
And that is
scan on
out of
these,
his element.
just to give like an
Yeah.
idea of how much health these things have?
That's a good idea, yeah.
I mean,
That's
we're not in
scanned.
combat right now. The thing is incapable of moving or attacking. It's
Hey, just to
literally
give us an
drowning.
idea of what
Actually,
Alright.
Just
still useful
stab it.
information.
Just stab it.
I don't know. I just kind of want to know if, like, how much health it has, how much stabbing we need to do.
Well, there's no
Uh.
point in us killing it. Just leave it alone.
I'm just... Right, who's going to help me push it through the barrier?
Alright, I'll help.
All right.
Maybe
Alright.
it'll be grateful enough not to take another bite, because Mr.
I'm a-
Shark, if you do try to make another bite, we won't put you back in the water next time.
All right. Go
You know,
ahead and make a.
I'm confused.
To be fair, it's not evil, it's just acting on instinct, so...
All right.
Nancy,
So
there,
no
I'm
point in killing it.
confused as your motives here because you were just talking about killing it, and now you're wanting to put it back in the water. Where if you just leave it here, it'll eventually just suffocate.
Exactly. But then
Alright,
again...
so,
It's
go
only
ahead.
acting on
Go ahead
instinct.
and make one of you make a force check, but combine your force bonus between the two of you.
My
Alright, who's
force
the
is
highest?
for... My force is
Force
for...
bonus? Giggity.
Oh dear.
I'll make the roll to tell you a quicker typer. My force is 4. What's your force? Alistair?
I think it's 5.
My force. Hang on a second, let's double check. It's also 4.
So 8.
All right.
Oh, 14.
Yep, you put your hands against it, and you jointly begin to push, and you make a bit of leeway in trying to get it through the barrier. You sort of move it a bit here, but it's still...
Technically, it'd be 18 if it was connected to mine, but... Because I will
she knee added your bonus to hers. So 2 plus 3 plus...
Another heave?
It's kind of slipping around a bit, though, so it's hard to keep your grip and keep moving it. It's like trying to bite at you. And can't quite get an angle.
Just got here and you're already making a splash.
Oh, for goodness sake.
keep pushing it.
Extra 11.
And
I will fucking do it.
all right, so what?
I mean, like on 24, 25 now, so.
That's it.
Yeah.
So
I mean, you're not combining your rolls. You're just taking your bonuses and adding them onto one person's roll.
yeah. So mine's 6, both of you are 4, so
4 plus
14.
4 plus 6, so 14. So 11 plus 14. That finally does it. With Thanatos coming in to help because of impatience, you give the shark another mighty push, and it slips through the barrier and back out into the water. At the same time... Alistair, I would like for you to make another force check, this time with no bonuses.
why?
So there's 2d6s.
2d6
Why?
plus your force.
Alright. Oh, you mean the bonuses for melee. Okay,
Just your force, though, not everyone else's, just yours.
fair enough.
I question why.
Oh, we're about to
think
find out,
he
probably.
might be about to be sucked out with the shark. Also failed.
Shit.
Yeah, he's getting
Okay,
sucked out.
so, Alistair, you overextend a bit in trying to shove the thing out, because, like, the second one of its fins touches the barrier, it immediately gets sucked out. Nia and Thanatos sort of react more quickly, pulling their hands back, but you and all of your heavy armor can't quite do it, and you stumble forward a bit. Your hand passes through the barrier,
Medium
and,
armor, but okay.
and you are immediately sucked out into the water.
Get back here.
You see this? This is why you should have just left it.
Also,
You should have just eaten it.
Also, now, the two sharks are now swimming hungrily at him. We're going back into combat.
So we're
This is
trying
gonna
to
be
spare
it's gonna
them.
be a tedious dungeon.
I hate all of you.
Huh, that's me. I don't have them.
Okay, what do we have to roll to get his dumbass back in here?
Well, you can make force rolls to try and pull him back through without being sucked out yourselves. Alternatively, he could try and force himself back in.
Combine our forces to both do it since we're here.
All right, go ahead and make that effort. It'll consume your entire turns to pull that off, though, so if you fail... All right.
Do we fail?
So 17? No, actually, that does it. You quickly reach out after Alistair is sucked through, and you see the sharks swimming hungrily, and you're like, nope. You reach out and you like grab onto the back of his staff, which is the only part of him that hasn't been sucked out yet. You quickly yoink and pull, and Alistair gets pulled back through the barrier to land, now soaking wet and covered in salt water and eyes burning. And the sharks sort of converge where he was. And they
What
glare
did
at
we
you.
learn?
And they glare at you from the other side of the barrier, and screw that, combat averted.
So, Alistair, what did we learn?
I'm still not judging them.
All right. Give me
Thanatos, I have a slight theory of how to maybe just get them to piss off. Could you use maybe like your fire elements to slightly heat up the water outside the barrier to an uncomfortable level, so they fuck off?
Pretty sure sharks like warm water.
Yeah. It's cold water they don't like.
What is that?
Oh, in that case, Mika, how about making it colder?
That's that
No, no, no,
is
no. What is that?
well, for
Just leave them be.
dealing
Continue
for
onwards.
successfully dealing with them, that is the gil you get.
Well done. You took a swim and you found.
Holy shit!
That's more than I was expecting.
Alright, enough playing with the fishes. Let's get the fuck out of here before this gets stupid.
And
Come on.
if the shark, and if another one comes through again, what are we going to do?
Oh,
Fair.
kill the angry bastard. I'll just leave it. Or just leave it. Worth it.
All right.
Like I said, we should have done it in the first place.
All right.
Well, this is the Temple of Leviathan. I was trying to show respect to the underwater sea life, if that would help. But no.
You know, we should be thankful that real world physics don't work here, because if that would actually happen, Alistair probably would have been crushed by the pressure.
You're not that far down.
Yeah.
He's already feeling crushed by the pressure emotionally.
All right. Which ways do you want to go?
You've been,
Left or right?
He's been stoned.
Let's
He's
head to the right first, because that's the shorter pathway. So we'll check that out
he's
first.
nearly been eaten by sharks now. He's having a great day.
Let's go.
Yeah, his life is going places.
All right. You make
Back in
your
their belly.
okay. You
If
all
you want to make yourself useful, Hanatos, how about turning your magic into, let's see, a hairdryer or something?
Oh, why? You have a wind spell. Dry yourself off.
Guys, moving on.
What?
We were surrounded by sharks. Let's keep moving.
Mika's gonna pop one of her high ethers because she is getting kind of worrying on
Perhaps.
MP.
How many ethers do I have? I has one. Go ahead and pop it. My max is D6, so that's plus
All right. So
4D.
making your way to the right, the shorter of the two paths, the coral crunching subtly beneath your footfalls and releasing small amounts of moisture as you go. You eventually approach the opening in the dome of brain coral I had mentioned before, and you see that it opens up into this subtly lit, gently shimmering interior space, in the middle of which you see 12 separate little pearls of blackishness sort of moving slowly around.
Are you going to show us?
I'm working on it. Give me a second. Polygonal reveal isn't the fastest thing in the world.
Oh, that looks
So
inviting.
another path this way.
So, do we go back the other way and see what's down that way, and then go on?
So, what are these pearls doing? Like,
At present, they're shifting around, but they're starting to slow down, and you get this sort of crawling feeling up your neck, and you get the impression they've seen and noticed you.
also they're enemy tokens, I will notice.
Yeah, they are enemies, from the looks of it.
Didn't Tom say something about these? Like
Oh.
little electric things. God Temple.
I mean, I remember.
PM? Am I correct about that?
Tam did not mention these. He talked about the emirs that you dealt with in the cavern. They were lightning-based. They just never really got a
I mean,
chance
he
to
said
show it because you
everything-
kept dealing with them.
He said
Rocket, can we
everything
have a
past the
scan of
whirlpool
these?
was
No.
new.
You want Rocket to scan them?
Yes, please.
Okay, scan.
Okay. Lumina, you step to the front of the pack to get a good look. Your mechanical eye lights up, and looking at them, you learn that these are clusters of shadow elementals. They
Oh
have
dear, that means light's gonna do damage to them.
They have 280 HP and MP. They come in groups of 4. Let's see here. They are immune to blind, berserk, poison, seal, and curse. They are immune to darkness, but they take double damage from light.
I knew it.
Dark shadow elementals, you say?
hmm
What are you doing, Thanatos?
Well,
Oh,
since
since
these
you're more in the
things-
dark art,
these
you
things are
take over.
these things are shadow element, and who here absorbs shadow damage?
Go right ahead.
Yeah, light
Be
isn't
one
something
with
I
your
can
kin.
do. Light isn't one I can do. Elemental arrow, is it?
No. you
No.
cannot.
At least I don't think until a later level.
Be
Actually,
one with your kin, Vanitos.
I'm curious.
Well,
Let me check.
They've spoiled us, haven't they?
They've spotted you, but they aren't acting yet. They're just sort of swirling around and watching.
But don't attack him yet. If they're not showing aggressive,
Yes, you
I
are not
suggest-
allowed to use Holy or Shadow.
I suggest we kind of skirt the edges. Try not to
You
antagonize
guys
them.
stay out of range and let me take all their attacks.
Well, let's try not
but
to
they're not
antagonize them.
attacking yet. Yeah, let's just leave them be for now.
probably
If
will
they do
attack,
attack, you
but-
can do your thing.
Yeah, they probably will attack, but if we can avoid attacking them, let's kind of skirt around the edges and stay out of their way.
All right,
Well,
so
how about I go first, so if they do attack, I'm the only one that gets hit.
Alright, that's fair enough. You start skirting the
Come on,
edges,
then.
all right,
see how they react to you.
all right, Alice
Okay.
Thanatos. The moment you set foot on the sand, the elementals suddenly flare up with shadowy light. The air in the room turns darker, and they start swarming in to attack you.
Told
Alright.
you.
They are territorial.
All right, guys, stay back.
You start up.
Do these things have any other deals other than Holy and Shadow?
Nope.
Okay. Let's see here. Might be time to try something new.
Oh.
You know what? Why not?
You say these are groups of four each token.
Yep. Each token is a group of 4. They are swarms.
I
Special
shall.
multi-attack.
I shall be exerting 40 MP
Oh.
for my new spell. Power times 6. So. Hold on a second, I need my calculator. 16. 96. Taste. Firaga.
Ooh. All right.
And Firaga is always a group spell.
Nice. So that attacks all
So
of
that's-
them.
That attacks all of them, and it's double because they're all in groups.
Indeed. Let me double check to see if they have any armor, magic armor, or if they're one of those enemies that they are NA on that front. So yeah, they all take 204.
How much health did they have?
280.
So I literally just almost obliterated all of them.
So, Thanatos, he sort of, he lifts up his hand and this big old ball of fire, like Frieza's ultimate attack from Dragon Ball Z, appears above his head, and he throws it forward. There's this huge explosion. Smoke and flames and intense, hot, biting winds blast out in all directions. Big cloud of smoke and a huge cloud of dust as the sand is kicked up. And the following wind creates this intense enough updraft of heat that the sand all coalesces on the roof of this domed ceiling and crystallizes into glass. And when it fades, there are only 3 of the shadow elementals left, and they're all pissed, and they're all going to attempt to magical counterattack.
After they're done,
how'd you like that one?
I'll use today's barrage to finish it.
Well, first they got to
Don't get cocky. Looks like they're really pissed at you now.
so 2 of them successfully counterattack.
With what?
2 of them are casting poison on you.
Oh, yeah, we all are in trouble.
So it's
Going on the
not. So it's
poison.
not any. So you don't take any damage because you absorb shadow, but you have to make 2 opposed checks to avoid the effects of poison.
Alright, throw the first one at it.
They are finesse checks.
Finesse?
Yep.
Pretty sure poison's force.
It doesn't specify.
You can choose.
Can I use my force?
Sure. They're using their finesse.
The force is with you.
Force is with me.
Or,
My
may
force
the
is
force
6.
be with you.
Use the force.
I am the force.
Use
'cause
your
my
force.
is 6.
Use the Schwartz.
Fuck.
You know I gotta make the references.
Yeah, you do.
Yeah.
I win 1.
All right, you win one. Time for the other.
10.
10.
No.
Oh, no.
So, Thanatos is
barely.
poisoned.
Eh. Well, if he's poisoned, I'm gonna use Barrage to kind of
Well, but
finish it. So
while you're doing
this
that,
hits
I'd be
everyone.
using Persona on Thanatos
All
to
right.
kill him.
Okay. Subtract that MP.
Mm-hmm.
60 damage.
I gotcha.
All right. So they're all down to 16 hit points.
Anybody
60.
else got a group spell that does anything?
Well, I've also got my other attack still, so I can probably finish one off. So, then, and dash roll 2d6 plus what's he?
Don't get too close.
53 damage. That one's dead.
Definitely it is. So you come in and you stab it, and it shatters into a bunch of little black shards that vanish.
So if Alice does Poisona, Rocket can take one, me can take the other.
Indeed.
Okay.
Mika sadly cannot get quite in melee range this round.
Magic.
She can still use magic.
She's trying to conserve MP, but yeah, that's true.
I mean, just use
She
arrow.
would be counted as well.
Like, she used one of the weaker spells.
Yeah, she'll go ahead and use arrow. That makes sense.
Rocket did an attack roll.
And Rocket hit.
Give me just a moment. All right, so yeah, the two
If
remaining.
Thanatos wasn't poisoned, I would have shot one of them with
Yep,
the.
so the two remaining shadow elementals quickly fall between Mika doing one of her wind slash things and Rocket coming in and kicking the last one. They all fade away, thoroughly obliterated.
Well, as far as fights go, that was rather painless.
Mhm.
I don't think we took any damage, actually.
Yep.
I got
And
a
you're
little bit of
welcome.
poison, but didn't
Didn't do anything, because...
Nothing I can't cure.
Owen seems to manage to piss people off, doesn't he?
All right, so
That's why we
that,
sent him in first, that he gets the blame.
so that is
That's
1,500
Thanatos.
gil.
Wait, what did you say?
Nothing. What?
You always seem to manage
of the damage
to him. I know, but you always seem to manage to piss things off just by your presence.
I mean, that was the point. They're shadow elementals.
I know, but still.
Well, my
Let's
talent
go
for
with
pissing things off came in handy.
Indeed. Congratulations.
Fun fact: those shadow elementals, I statted them this morning before we started.
Nice.
Like
What's
these
down?
like these coral reef things didn't actually exist until today.
What's down the next corridor?
All right. Looking through the next opening, you see yep, more coral reef stretching through open ocean, once again protected by barriers. And you see it leads to two more of these domes. If you'll give me a second to draw in the shapes.
Nice job, piss taking night.
Alright, so...
Okay, so it looks like it all merges to the main
Alright.
big one.
Go to the left. We're probably going to get hit by a shark unless we take... like...
Well,
this
we
route.
take this route. There is more room to move around, so
Looking at the overall map, going to the right seems almost like it would... Well, go to the right, looks like into maybe a side room. Going to the left goes to that center bit that we didn't go to before. The big one. So, I mean, we can at least have a look in what's to the right. Can have a peer in.
yeah.
Just more of these sprites, we just don't go inside and piss them off.
All right, so you're checking the left turn one or right one first? All right.
Mhm.
Stick in a group. Let's get in and not step inside.
All right. So
Yeah.
you go forward and you take a look, and much like the chamber you just exited, you see that it is loaded with yet more shadow elementals that pause upon you making yourselves visible and just sort of drift slowly around observing you.
Before we go in there, let's check what the other one is.
Well, yeah. I would suggest, but let's choose a specific route because there's a shark there. You see my arrow, ODM?
Mm-hmm.
Let's go up through this way and check it. Rather
I
than...
know, that's what I did. I
Yeah.
did
Yeah.
it that way.
So you take the safe route. I like how Rocket and Danitos just kind of stayed behind.
Keep up.
Yep, and
I
you
mean,
peer
Mika?
into this one, into this chamber, and it is visually very different from the one that you were in before. It's very large, but it's a lot more well lit. It's not as dark and shadowy as the last two. And you see in the middle these two closed giant clams.
Oh, I know what
boy,
these
and
are.
another passage.
We gotta take care of these now, or else they're gonna be a real pain in the tuggets.
Yes,
Wait, what
but
are these things?
we also got this one.
They will attack. They can do some distance stuff. It's nasty.
Can
I
you do a quick scan?
Are these notorious enemies?
They are not notorious now. They're just
You remember the dungeon with like the water and stuff in the game?
in 14.
Oh,
You're talking.
Yeah.
These are not the same type of clam.
Aw, they
There's some,
were.
there's some inspiration, but your knowledge from that game will not help you here.
So,
Do another-
before we get there, Thanatos, do you want to deal with your shadow brethren again?
Can we let Rocket do her scan of these clams so we know what they are?
Yes,
Can-
of course.
All right, Rocket performs a scan. They are normal difficulty enemies. They are called pearlescent clams. They have 400 hit points, no MP. It's irrelevant to them. They are large. They are immune to blind, sleep, charm, confuse, and poison. They take double damage from lightning, and they absorb light.
Well, how about that? There's also a direct route ahead from there. So,
Yeah,
do you want...
let's get back to those later. Those are where obviously we need to go.
Well, the thing
Let's
is, like,
give it
there's
a
also a route up from the lightning that might lead us
Yeah.
forward. So, it's
So
more of a...
let's go this way.
Hold on, before you go, Alistair, let's talk about this. It looks to me more like a choice of which do you want to go through, the sprites or the clams, and they both lead to the same destination ultimately.
Well, the sprites are a lot easier to take down, and we won't have to use so much of our energy or magic to basically deal with them.
The thing is, the sprites are grouped enemies, and I've used Barrage now.
I say, me can't
But
do
then
barrage,
Thanatos
man.
can do that thing again.
No, I can't. That takes 40 MP.
Sprite-wise, those clams
Oh.
are weak to lightning, which we have in abundance.
So I say let's just deal with the clan.
Okay. Forget what.
Yeah,
way
like,
then.
I'm more in for the clams because they're less of a pain than dealing with like damage reduction from group enemies.
Oh, you want to have a clam bake? Okay.
I mean,
What
there's
would you
the time
do
to
for a
clam up.
clam dyke bar? I would buy one.
It's just the time to clam up. So
I just think maybe if we kill them, we can get you girls some nice, pretty pearls to fawn over.
If they will attack,
Maybe you'll
we
come
don't
out of
have
your
to
shell.
attack yet. Not
Wait,
exactly
what?
got the word
Maybe I'll
around.
come out of my shell.
have they spotted us yet?
You don't know. They don't have
Can I use ambush?
Roll a stealth check.
Alright, that's wrong. 26. Stealth is 8.
I mean, we could have like stealth around them, maybe.
I doubt our almighty DM will let that happen.
Never mind that not all of you are exactly specs for stealth.
Improve
16.
my stealth.
All right. Yep, D is pretty stealthy.
Alright, so I get ambush off.
The stealth elf.
I mean, you can. You can try.
The stealth.
The stealth.
Alright. Let's go for it. So that
Did you
will,
hear
will
that?
the ambush count just for me, or will it be primitive for everyone?
Well, what does the skill say?
Well,
Let's
we
see.
went through this last session. If it's just me,
Let's
then
see.
it would...
The ranger and all his allies deal an additional damage step with all physical attacks in the preemptive round of combat.
the whole thing, like we went last session, like if the others are already found and they haven't seen me because I'm stealthed, I get that extra d6 from the first one.
Right. Sure. Fair
So
enough.
I take step rather. Yeah.
Hmm.
So that's why I'm asking, has it spotted them? Do we get that preemptive round, or is it just me getting that extra damage step?
Tell you what, make an awareness check. It's kind of hard to tell if these things have spotted you or not. They're clams.
Yeah, he did say they have no eyes, which is why we could theoretically try.
I mean,
Well,
how clams.
If I fail this awareness check, we'll find out when I make my attack whether you get that as well. 13.
All right. Watching them for a bit, you're getting the impression that they probably haven't noticed you, as exemplified eventually when one of them, the one near to you, sort of opens up. Some bubbles rise up out of it, even in the air and the space, and the light in the room grows a lot more intense. And you see that there's this big pearl in the middle of it that's emitting a very, very bright light. A few seconds pass as the clam sits open, and then it closes back up, and the light dims again.
Something to do with magic. Alright, so we have a preemptive round before they do anything, plus I get my extra damage step for the first one. Let's do it.
Shoot it.
Shoot it.
Alrighty.
Roll 2d6 plus 6.
And we're not annoying them. Shame.
13.
13. Let's see here. 13 will hit. Yes.
The last time we tried ignoring something in here, we got attacked by sprites, and you got dragged into the water by a shark.
Well, bit by a shark and then fell in.
He
Man,
didn't
that
get
changed
dragged
my
into the water by a shark. He actually stuck his
Fell
rope
through the barrier.
in.
It didn't go well. We,
Mm-mm.
so, this is my thing, so plus 56.
He did that to himself.
Yep.
You did that yourself.
I am aware of that.
Oh, no, that's going to be plus that's an extra damage steps. I need to add an extra 18 to that.
So 80.
So 80. All right. And that's what
Doubled?
lightning. And
And
that's
double
yep,
from
so-
lightning.
All right. And then minus its armor. So 125 points of damage.
160 to 125. That's a lot of armor.
35.
Well, it's a clam.
Alright. Going to move in slightly. I don't think I can make my second attack because I'm not close enough.
You're
No,
definitely
so-
not. All right. So you fire off your lightning arrow. It hits the clam in the back, and lightning scatters across it, and its mouth sort of opens back up, and the light floods the room again. And the other clam does the same. Lights up.
You know?
Yeah.
I think mermaids kill these and use them for furniture.
Oh, bras.
Bras.
Oh,
I would not want to meet the mermaid who would need a bra this big.
That'd be Ursula.
I didn't say they were used for bras, I said they were used for furniture.
And then someone
I was
else
more
said they
referring
used them for
to-
bras.
Yeah, I was more referring to
I
Ariel
love
from
how
Little
that's
Mermaid.
immediately where your mind goes.
Ariel from the Little Mermaid literally uses clam for a bra.
Not clams these big.
That would be Ursula. 'Cause
Those would
that's
have to be pretty big.
Those would be pretty damn big tits.
That'd be a pretty damn big mermaid.
Those zangy fucking tits.
All right. I'm gonna shoot it with
Like the
lightning.
one
now.
from Panyo, although she's more of a water spirit or something.
I'm shooting it with lightning now.
Alright. You get an extra damage step on this because it's ambush in the preemptive round.
Yep.
Oh,
You're welcome.
lovely.
Nice.
69.
Nice.
So much for avoiding this fight.
All right, so you learn that it has no magic armor, so it takes the full 138 points of damage from that lightning spell.
Use magic.
So, Thanatos, after Nee's arrow shoots at you, come in and you fire off a lightning bolt that hits it sort of in the back of its top half of its shell, and it starts twitching erratically. It's at 137 hit points.
Another round we can get rid of this one.
Mika magic.
Yep. Mika will go ahead, and I will have her use...
Use the sun!
Yeah, she's using Blizzara. Since you seem so keen on giving the command, would you rather she uses it on a single target or group?
I mean, I was joking, but
I mean, if you use group, that would mean less damage on a single target. But
like, remind me, like, it didn't have any particular elemental reaction to cold, did it?
No.
I say just focus
No
on.
single one then.
Yeah, I say just focus on the single target.
All right.
Yes.
Then
As these things have no magic armor.
and that is 81 points of damage she deals.
Alright. And that sticks on what?
It's at 56 hit points.
Alistair, wind.
You wish, but I wasn't loving it. Couldn't.
Oh shit, I actually forgot to increase Mika's damage steps there. Hold on a minute.
Oh.
Yeah.
Okay, so
Yeah,
that's an
one-
extra.
That's an extra 15 points of damage because of her damage steps, so...
So what's the clam looking like?
It is presently at 41 hit points.
Unfortunately, rockets will take her entire turn to get the melee distance.
Yeah. Unfortunately.
Well, what I'm currently thinking is that depending on how much damage Alistair can do, if Rocket can next part of this turn, finish it off, then Rocket could do that while we focus the lightning attacks on the second.
So you want me to move closer, basically?
Essentially.
Yeah, we're gonna get another round of combat anyway, since this was.
Yeah, so you can
You can get to
get
about
that
there.
entire distance. It's 2 medium distances. Yeah,
Yep,
make it
exactly.
for your attack when we have our
Hmm.
actual first.
Ah,
Alright, roll your damage for arrow, Alisaya. Or Aurora.
Aurora.
Aurora, I don't have arrow.
Aurora.
Yeah.
That's 5 times
That's
your
fi-
power.
Which also means I'm spending 30 MP.
But you have lots of MP to spare.
Yep.
And we have
I have quite a
potions.
bit.
Why we went out shopping?
So how many times my power?
5.
5.
Okay then. Yeah, I don't think this thing's gonna live.
Probably not.
We'll find out.
It doesn't have any magic armor, so.
Saying if it
That's
does,
my
live,
power.
then
The
okay.
power is. Yeah, I mean, even if it's like just 1/1, it's fucked. Because if it's 5 times the power.
And the next one, yeah, I can stun it.
Oh yeah, it's fucked. So, Alistair, as you step in and you lift up your staff and unleash the great big blast of wind, the clam actually sort of rotates around to sort of face you guys, opening up, and you see it gathering light in the pearl, and then your wind hits it. You watch as its upper jaw-like thing sort of snaps back, fights against the wind for a second, and then just breaks off and
Yeah,
flies
just
off.
turn my stuff a bit and then just snaps it in half and slams
Pretty
it
much.
around.
And the rest of it just kind of...
oh,
In that case, Rocket, you can make it to the other clam, so next turn you can get a kick on that one instead.
I think Lemon had a question.
Lumi, did you have a
take the
question?
pearls. Take the pearls.
I suppose.
You could make a
Really?
scavenger check, but it would take up your whole turn to do that right now.
I could do that. You focus on attacking.
Maybe we should do that
Actually-
after the
Yeah, let's kill the
Yeah.
clams and then get the pearl.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe like get right up close to it, so then
I
we'll
don't even
immediately
need a
go into
bonus
our
for
next
that.
turn.
Okay.
Kick.
Also,
Yeah.
it is worth noting, as that first pearlescent clam died, the light coming from its main pearl fades away, and the pearl itself crumbles. But there may yet be more hidden away in the slime.
Aw.
The big one disappears. There may yet be others. That's what the scavenger check would be for.
Okay.
We will search when we can.
Because probably that one was
Alright.
its main magic
Alright.
source,
Alright.
basically.
And the preemptive round is now over. Time for the main round. The actual first round of the combat, technically.
Rocket,
Yeah.
get up,
All right.
get
Yeah.
up.
Get in and kick it.
Aren't you lot moving up as well?
Okay.
Do what you deem necessary to kick its butt. If it has a butt,
Okay.
pretty sure it has a butt.
Do clams
Find
have
it.
butts?
They have bases. 13 to hit. That'll hit. Roll damage. 38 minus 35
Unfortunately,
because of its
due to
upper-
its armor,
So that's
That's
3
not gonna
points
do
of
anything.
damage.
I thought it was 45.
And what tier is your current weapon again, Rocket? You still rocking the tier 3 one? Because
Yeah, no, none of us have tier 4 weapons.
yeah,
We're doing that
Yeah.
after armor.
yeah, the armor's well. Okay, so yeah, so that's only 3 points of damage as you come in and you sort of kick it, and your mechanical leg hurts now. This thing's shell is hard.
How?
Also, it's not going to take kindly
Well-
to you kicking it.
And it has
does
shell
not,
attack
but it does,
too.
but it does not manage to pull off its magical counterattack.
Magical.
Okay. Alright, here's what
Oh,
Knee's
what do you
gonna
expect
do.
it's gonna do? Grow lump, fucking arms, and then whack her? Of course it has magic.
Here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to, since I've already moved, I'm going to use my first to shoot at my other arrow at it.
Okay. Yep, that'll hit.
50. And this is normal damage, so 54.
Yeah, I could just about do
Doubled. Nice. So 118.
83
Minus
damage
armor.
total. As you fire off your
Yeah,
lightning.
and I'm going to use my second turn to throw stone and stun it, so we get another third turn.
Okay. Wait, hold on. How many times can you use throw stone in a session? Hang on a second.
It's pretty sure it's once per combat.
Let me double
that.
check.
If it's even survived, said that. I mean, for goodness
So
sake,
your fundaments,
we haven't even
fundaments,
attacked
fundaments.
this one yet.
It says here, throw stone. The character hurls a small rock at one enemy once per session. In this case, we use once per session as once per game day, so you cannot do that again.
I thought it was once per combat. Damn it.
Nope.
Oh, well.
Although, Vanitos,
But
I would advise you have more mana because holy crap.
In that case,
I'm
I'll
out
just
of
use that
ether.
to move an extra medium. So, yeah.
All right.
say I'm out of
Chug.
ethers. If one of you would be so.
How did you chug all your ethers? Okay.
Because I had 2 and I have less freaking mana than all of you.
Mm,
Freaking 100 something MP between you and the fucking cat.
well, maybe
Hey,
next
if-
time put more.
If need be, we can always do a travel rest.
Mhm.
All right. So let's see here. Gonna have Mika cast Blazara again, since that's like her main offensive spell.
Mm.
These
And just in case, I probably should maybe protect. I don't know.
Right. That is
Maybe stay
83
with
points
me
of damage.
because he has less health than Rocket.
All right. Let's see here. Okay. Who all has gone this round? I know Tom has. I know Mika has. Rocket's
Well, I
already-
can another vent. Give me a second.
Let's run Thanatos. Thanatos needs to shoot lightning at it.
will
Shoot it.
While
Cook
that's
it
happening,
alive.
I'll be back in a moment.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Four.
54.
108. All right. You give it a good old blasting. It's down to 123 hit points. Alistair, your go.
Yep. Okay.
Ooh. Final Fantasy 1 battle theme. Does no one else have Watch Together open?
Nope.
I mean, where do I get the link for it?
It's pinned in the Discord chat. That's Aurora.
Mm-hmm.
All right.
And that's 30 MP. Or if you've already subtracted it.
Yeah, it looks like you already got it. Okay, so 53 points of damage. It's down to 70. You give it another blast, trying to do the same thing you did to the first one, and that does not work. It manages to resist this time.
What did I miss?
Not a whole
The
lot.
thing is down to like 50 something. I don't know. How much-
It is at 70 hit points.
And it is its turn.
Yep.
So what shall it do to us?
It is going to. It is going to glare at Rocket, who had the audacity to kick it, and it is going to use Flash.
I mean, Rocket didn't even do that much damage to it.
No, but you did kick it, which was annoying to it. So what's your avoidance, Rocket?
It's I'll look at it. Avoidance is 9.
Stop skipping around the music. All right, so 12 does in fact hit. So,
What's Flash do?
well, first it deals damage. So your magic armor is 25, yes?
Yep.
All right.
Okay, I can't believe you flashed by a clam.
All right, Rocket takes 43 points of damage.
Num num.
And I also need her to make an opposed force check.
I'm guessing Flash blinds.
Mm-hmm. You need to beat a 13.
Come on, Rocket.
Nope.
Shit.
Although wait, doesn't Rocket come with immunity to blind?
Thought she did at one point.
I mean, I'm pretty sure he does because one of the
I'm
eyes.
immune to stun and poison, I think.
Ah, okay, so yeah, stun and poison. Yes, okay, so yeah, she's blinded. So yeah, she takes that damage, and you will watch as the light pearl in the middle flashes insanely brightly, and Rocky sort of let out a little shriek as your eyes are just flooded with white, and your ears are filled with this ringing noise like a flashbang
Right.
just went off.
Someone finish this off.
Yeah, I'll get in close and do my dagger, don't need to waste MP. But I never quite understood how that really works on Rock, considering one of our eyes is cybernetic.
Right.
Mika, if you
it
help
can
out
still be
Rocket-
overloaded, and her organic eye can still be blinded just fine.
Well, I'm going to do the remaining distance,
Alright.
and I'm going to
Here's the
storm.
plan.
Neithil
Nee's gonna
is
finish it
slashing.
off. Mika's gonna help Rocket, and I'm gonna go to Thanatos and offer him one of my high ethers.
15 will hit.
That would be lovely.
Yep. I mean, I brought along 2, so I'm gonna jug one, and he's gonna jug one.
Yeah, don't worry, it's dead.
77 points of damage. It is very dead. As it's sort of getting done with its little flash, you then come in and jump before it has a chance to close up, and you stab your dagger down into its innards and sort of writhe and gurgle around you before just laying still, and you're like, ha ha! And then you look up and you see that the upper lid is just falling down on you.
Really?
Yeah, you can make an athletics check to slip out of there if you want. It won't be a very high DC.
You just had to be a dick, didn't you?
Yeah, I did.
Don't high ethers. I mean, how much do high ethers give here?
50%.
Half.
Okay. Well, anyway.
I knew you
That's
looking. You're looking a
Well,
little clammy in there.
All right, what did knee roll
Oh,
for
speak
athletics?
to the next one. So,
All right, it was a 14 for your athletics?
yes.
Oh, yeah, that's fine. You needed a 9. So yeah, as it's sort of coming down, you turn and you quickly dodge roll out, and it crashes down. And with the death of the second clam, the light in the chamber goes dark.
Can't believe you
Sure.
tried to crush me with the lid, you dick.
Okay.
Your hand time.
Scavenger
Oh.
hunt.
Yes, and by the way, Thanatos, I also have an extra ether. Hold on to this, only use it when necessary.
Okay.
So now I have 1 ether, he has 1 ether, and out of high ethers.
Question, do we want to make a quick travel rest before continuing?
I say we're good. I mean, we topped
I
up.
mean, it will restore half of our MP and stuff. Half of your MP, which will
Are
put.
we allowed to have a travel rest? Oh, mighty DM?
In a chamber you have cleared, I'll say sure, you can take a couple hours to take a travel rest.
Which will
Okay.
manage also stick you back up to full, unless you'll nearly
yeah.
be.
Full everything.
And it'll heal up completely. So it just seems like a good thing to do before continuing, so we don't waste the potions.
Also, do we get anything
Well-
from those scavengers, Almighty DM?
Well, it's a bit late.
yeah.
We've already consumed the potions,
Let's
unless
see.
you want us to.
What did
not
everyone roll?
consume them.
What did everyone roll for scavenge again?
11s.
A bunch of 11s. Sure, yeah. Digging through the gutsy remains of the clams while you're sort of catching your breath, you're able to find 6 fairly hefty pearls.
Hey, there you go, Rocket.
Yay!
So we have 6 pearls.
Sell those
for
in
Morgan.
Rasu. And yes, don't take those potions. We're gonna travel rest. No point taking potions.
I mean, I already took.
We already took them though. That's a bit late.
You can
No, I mean-
re-add them if we want to retroactively
yeah.
say.
I mean, again,
Oh.
I don't need to because I was less than half anyway, so now I'm just back at full.
Yeah.
So I'm fine.
You just add
Oh,
that potion
then-
back that you didn't
Well,
use.
in that case, then, I have 1 high ether and 1 normal ether, and Thanatos has 1 high ether and 1 normal ether to hold on to.
I mean, I don't. I need to take that other ether to get back at full MP.
Oh,
All right.
So yeah, I'm keeping the ether you gave me, but the high ether I already used.
All right.
oh,
'Cause I
then.
need to.
All right. So,
So I'm keeping 1 high ether then.
okay.
And
So, everyone goes ahead and takes a travel rest. You spend a couple hours just hanging out in the chamber, letting yourselves catch your breath, binding any leftover wounds, recharging your energy a bit.
Covering those pearls.
Yep, gathering those pearls, and after a couple hours, you're feeling good again. You feel like you can keep moving. You're not quite at 100% for some of you, but you're close enough. You can keep going just fine.